Programs. Welcome back to ArcNeo Reviews, where I'm not staying in my lane right now. We're going to go ahead and look at something a bit different than anything I've looked at before. We're actually going to be checking out the S.H.Figuarts superhero Vegeta. And yes, we're actually checking out the box for a second, just because I want to point out something I adore about this figure. The packaging that's got all of his, extra hands and, such stuff that we're going to go over here in a second. It's actually, resealable and, latches down on. So, unlike all my other figures that have all this stuff, I don't have to go get, a tiny Tupperware or something and throw all the bits in. He actually comes with a way to handle all of that, so points, props, love this. But just to get into the part you actually care about, here we have Vegeta. And I am absolutely in love with this figure. As someone who's, never really jumped, I haven't slammed my head into the world of, truly, high-grade collectible figures before. This is my first and so far really only step into it. I get it. Holy crap, I get it. Bring him in close here so you can see detail work on that face is just fantastic. Here, let's see if I can, we're gonna do this live here, but let's see if I can make the, what if I, no. Someday we'll get this light sorted out. But yes, as you can see, just excellent detailing on the face. The paintwork for the lines is super clean. He looks like, this looks like the cartoon in real life. I absolutely love it. As you saw, he does come with multiple faces. I love the way that the faces work with, the 3 points of connection. That's really, really nice. And you can see, actually, his second head joint is literally all the way up in his hair, which is really funny. Here, just for sake of doing it at least once, we'll go ahead and this is actually the default face that he comes with, so you can see even part of his hair is changed out when you swap the face. It does pop off, it is easy to swap the faces, which I appreciate. Hands are a little harder to swap, we'll get to that in a bit, but all these faces have such great details. Obviously there's a smirk, there's this one. Let's go ahead and just bring them all up in here. You've got the classic shouting. I appreciate, there's actual 3D depth for the mouth. There's paint for, the teeth, the tongue, the back of the mouth. It all looks so good. And then, of course, you've got his snarl, looking at Kakarot sort of thing. Again, it just the detail on this guy. Posability on him, fantastic. You've actually got 2 joints in the head, or technically the neck, one at the base there, one down here. So, he looks all the way down. He can fly backwards and look at you. You can't quite do a full flying pose. I'm not sure how you ever could get a figure to do that without having a removable hair chunk in the back, but I mean, he gets close. He does get close. Butterfly joint here in the shoulder, as well as the shoulder itself is on a ball joint and universal joint combo, so you can get some up and down and shake the camera while you do it. Full rotation. arm goes out all the way, rotation right there at the bicep, double jointed elbow. Um, Hands are a little bit tricky to pose. As you can see, he's got a universal joint in there for the wrist, which means you have to both rotate the hand and the universal joint in there to get certain poses. That can take a little bit of doing. Also, yeah, hands just pop off and there's a ball joint there. I do worry a little bit about the longevity of that spot right there. That is pretty thin. So when you're changing hands and stuff, do your best to make sure you're going straight on and straight off. I know these guys are supposed to be like really good quality, really durable, but I'm just going to say probably don't push your luck right there. I'm not going to be pushing my luck there. He's got a ball joint up here in his upper torso, so you get, some little bit of twisting, mostly back and forth though. Second one down lower, which again, you get a little bit of back and forth there. Then you've got kind of a mess of parts right there for his thigh. He can only spread his legs out about that far, which, to be fair, yeah, I don't see Vegeta doing the splits. Kicks forward about that far. Kicks back basically all the way. Double jointed knee for the full range of motion there. Just like basically a dumbbell in there for the feet. 2 ball joints going on. So you get, rotation, angling, tilt, all kinds of stuff. And one of my favorite joints that you don't see enough on figures, a toe joint. It's not super, super articulated, but he's got one. I love it. And if you haven't noticed, probably the coolest thing about this figure and what really sets it apart from things like a Marvel Legends or something, you basically can't break the sculpt on him. I know I've mentioned breaking the sculpt before where, you pose it, you pose your figure in such a way that something stops lining up and it looks like you just have, ripped something in half and turned, the 2 parts together or something. The sculpting on this guy is done in such a way that doesn't happen really. I find that so impressive. So, I know, again, this isn't the kind of thing I normally cover. I'm probably not doing a good job to those who really are into this sort of thing. I just realized I haven't even bothered going over all the different hands he has. He's got 2 fists, which are what come on him. I've got one of the fists traded out for the thumbs up. He's got these 2 hands, which are, kind of his, one of his classic, fighting stance poses that he does. So you get a pair of those. You get a pair of charging hands. You get some wide open, firing his ki blast hands. Again, there's not too much point in showing every single set of hands here. Point is, you get a lot of hands, you get 4 faces, you get an insane amount of posability on him. Believe me, I definitely see the appeal of these figures. If you've got a character that you really, really care about for whatever reason, obviously, yes, I'm one of those people. Vegeta is my favorite character in all of fiction. It is definitely worth getting one of these, of that character. I know that the Godzilla figures and stuff they do are known for being crazy expensive. This guy was not. I'm not going to say, oh, he was so cheap, I'm going to go get 50. No. But I got this guy for basically the cost of 2 normal, 6-inch figures. If there's a character you're really, really into that's got some meaning to you, definitely go find. It's worth splurging for the Figuarts version of it if you are able to. So, my rambling and ranting aside, this guy is absolutely awesome. I love him. He's ready to throw down. So, on that note, I will go ahead and end this video. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, I will see you next time.